Welcome back, Rellism Sports Talk, episode 65. Oh my goodness, what a weekend. What a weekend. I'm just saying, this might have been the best weekend I've ever seen in professional football or any playoffs. I've seen some crazy March Madnesses, some crazy NBA playoffs. I've seen all kinds of stuff. But these 4 games, Walkoff Weekend, it's crazy. It's crazy. Just saying. But we'll get into that. 65, episode 65. We're going to be talking about, of course, divisional round, wild walk-off weekend. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about, of course, we're going to preview the other games. And then we're going to talk about, why is Barry Bonds not in the Hall of Fame? How the hell did David Ortiz just make it and Barry Bonds didn't? I wouldn't even go talk about no baseball, but this drives me crazy. Barry Bonds was a Hall of Famer before his head got all swollen. But everybody was doing the juice. Really? Y'all let David Ortiz in? And Jeff Bagwell and all these guys, BGL? Really? Come on, man. For real? For real. Sean Payton, you want to step down. Why? Because your team ain't no good? Is that why? Is that why? Because you ain't got Drew Brees? Is that why? And Michael Thomas? We're going to talk about that on Raw. Save that for later. About, is that cool just to be able to just leave your job like that? Just go get another one? Just like, y'all ain't no good. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I don't know. Well, we're going to dive into all kinds of things today. But before we forget, don't forget to like our Facebook page, subscribe, YouTube channel, podcast, and don't forget about the merch. Support our brother, and support us all on Raw. You know what I'm saying? Doing stuff like this, rocking it, asking questions, that helps us all on Raw. I want us all on Raw to be rocking. You know what I'm saying? For real, let's get it talking. I want to talk. Let's get it. Y'all, you know I'm gonna say the Bills and Chiefs for last, so y'all got to be patient with all that. But before we start talking about the teams in the playoffs, let's talk about the teams that was supposed to be far thing. What happened with all these teams? The Cowboys. What happened with them? Why did they adjust? They were the most penalized team in the league. Get to the playoffs. What killed them? Most penalized team in the league. No adjustments. That's coaching. Green Bay. Hell of a season. Again, Aaron Rodgers. Hell of a season. But now, you know, what happened? You're going home again. Why? Special teams let you down. Block punt. Block field goal. But then again, you had the worst special teams all year again. Y'all haven't corrected that in a year? Really? Then you look at the teams that made it, like the 49ers. The 49ers know who they are. They know who they are. They're physical. They run the ball. And they don't put Jimmy in big-time mistake plays for the most part. I mean, and they didn't play Trey Lance because they didn't think he was ready. They know who they are. They feel themselves. You know what I mean? They feel themselves, and they make other teams feel them. They know what they do. The Bills. You deserved it, Bills. But the Bills struggled. Remember, they lost to Jacksonville. They struggled. But then they said, what? We need to start running the ball more. Singletary got involved in the game. You know what I'm saying? Allen is showing that he's going to be something that unbelievable. Unbelievable. Nothing against Mahomes, but Josh Allen's going to be unbelievable. And then even the Chiefs. Shoot, they started the year. We was like, the Chiefs are looking a little suspect. But what happened? The offense struggled. Defense was there. Then the defense struggled. The offense got better. Then they started getting healthy. And now look, they look like the same thing. Right? And then the Rams, they balanced everywhere. They just had to get to figure themselves out. New people, new places. Von Miller even said, I had to learn my role. I had to learn what I was doing. And that playoff game, he learned his role. He knew what he was doing. Just saying. And then the Bengals. Look at the Bengals. Everybody dogged the Bengals. Number 1 pick, you take Burrow. And then what happened? What happened? We didn't take a tackle. What hell when you take a tackle in the draft to protect Burrow? It's just something about that weapon, Jamar Chase, that they took. And now look how that worked out. They said, you know what? We're going to take some sacks. But it's going to pay off with Jamar Chase. And who am I to argue with that theory? Because he's a freak. So these are just different things about traits. And I look at these teams and I'll be looking like, why are they always doing the same things? Why is this always a problem? It's kind of like with this team right here. Why are you always having the same problem? You can't find a quarterback, ever. So you're never going to be good. You can have all these elite players and all that, but you can't have a quarterback. If you don't have a quarterback, you can't win. Unless you got an elite defense, Trent Dilfer. But you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. So that just made me think about other teams and different things going on. But getting to it. Getting to Walkoff Weekend. Divisional round, like I said, on Raw. It's my favorite time of the year for any sport. The Bengals, off their 31-year win, they coming in. I looked at them in the pregame, and Joe was like, I'd have done this. I'd have done this before. No big deal. Tannehill, in his mind, he's probably thinking, oh my God, number 1 seed. Thank God Henry's back to take the spotlight off me. Well, the spotlight was on you after play 1, son. Interception. You're not that dude, Tannehill. You never been that dude. You never been that dude in college because you was a wide receiver. You was a wide receiver. Then you got changed to a quarterback. I'm not saying you suck. You could go start for other teams, probably like the Washington team that was just right here. You could probably start for a couple teams. But you're not one of those dudes that's going to get you over the hump, Kirk Cousins. You're not. You're not. And we're going to talk about that on Raw. How long are they going to deal with that? How long? How long are you going to deal with that? But Tannehill, 3 picks. One of them, they were about to score right there. Boom. And then in the game was the other one. So basically, if you're going to be a manager of the game, they say, what, Jimmy Garoppolo? Don't ruin the game for us. We don't have faith in you. Just don't ruin the game. You ruin the game. You ruin the game. You got behind. You got nervous. You stopped giving the ball to Henry. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he got some pops or whatever. I don't want to hear nothing about Foreman having one. He had one fucking big play, dude. I mean, really, he had one play. He had one play where he busted whatever. Because Henry wasn't in the game. They probably were like, phew, they're going to throw it this time. Let's get back for Tannehill. And they made a play. Nothing against Foreman. Whatever. I'm happy about this story because he was injured all most of his career. Now he came back. Good job, buddy. I've been using it in fantasy playoffs a couple weeks. I ain't got my rings on this time. I ain't want to hurt nobody's feelings, Chris. But, yeah, man. And like Tommy said, Tommy caught it. Give you props for that, Tommy, on the Raw show. He said Tennessee's defense is going to be the reason. They lost the game, but 9 sacks. 9 sacks. But what's the key thing when we talk about? The Bengals knew their offensive line they might give up some of that. And I think Burrow must have some saying something because he gets sacked and it was like, all right, I got sacked, whatever. You see other quarterbacks looking around, pointing, trying to be all angry looking. Burrow, I feel like Burrow's like, hey, I'm going to take some shots. I'm going to get sacked. But I know I can make a quick play to Jamar Chase and he could change my life like a Tyreek Hill. I'm just saying. It's kind of like that whole aspect. You know that you got somebody on the outside right there that you played with and won a national championship with that can change the game in one play. Yeah, you take a sack. Don't fumble it. Don't turn it over. And live to fight another day. And 9 sacks, he lived to fight many days, and he's still playing next week, playing some more days. Unlike Ryan Wackahill. I'm just saying. It's exciting to see the Bengals because I always knew Tennessee was frauds. Always was frauds. Derrick Henry, sucks for you, dude. Sorry. I wish you didn't play so I could prove my point. But it's cool. I think I still proved my point. But anyway, how good is Jamar Chase? How good can he be? Is that long lasting? Or is one hit, you know what I mean? Is he going to be that kind of wide receiver that 13-year, 14-year career? Or is it going to be like a 4-year thing where he pops off or whatever, and he's done? I don't know. I'm kind of worried about him a little bit about that. That's something we could debate on Raw, or people can send in stuff. I already got stuff popping up now, people talking. But I don't know. Is Burrow and Chase the next ultimate duo? I'll tell you what, if Burrow comes through this week with Jamar Chase, storylines, big time storylines. They're going to be crazy. So good job for the Bengals. Happy for them. It's cool to see new teams like that. It's cool because I feel like the Titans are kind of irrelevant anyway. Like, they'll be there, but it's kind of like, does anybody really remember the Titans? No offense, Denzel. Okay, the next game, 49ers Packers. All right, Shaman, you did it, baby. You a hype fan for your team, and I give it to you, and I gave you $50 for it. Damn it. But yeah, hey, they knew their identity. I'm gonna come in, and I'm gonna play physical. We're gonna run the ball. It ain't gonna be pretty. We're gonna muck it up, and that's what we're gonna do. The Packers want to play pretty ball all the time. Pretty ball. And Aaron Rodgers looked confused from the beginning. 49ers are getting healthier each week, it seems like. More people are coming back. And then it goes back to Aaron Rodgers. You're supposed to be the MVP. Yo, you 10 points? 10? Now, granted, it probably would have won if your special teams didn't freaking suck. But it sucked all year, and y'all never addressed it. So I don't even know why I haven't seen an announcement about the special teams coach being fired. I mean, that should have happened before. You should have not even let him be on the plane. Like, yo, dude, like, I mean, we gave you a whole year to try to correct this. In the biggest game of our season, you didn't do nothing again. Like, what's going on? Get out. But I don't like Aaron Rodgers anyway, so I'm kind of glad. That's bad to say, but whatever. We'll see what happens with him going forward. But my boy Debo, Mr. Everything, my man got hit so hard in his collarbone and was hurt, limping, walking around, and still came in to make the plays to win the game. They need a first down at the end of the game to run it out. Who gets the ball? Debo, Mr. Gimme Your Chain. He said, give me your chain. That's chain gang. We win gang. Debo. It's crazy watching Debo. I love Debo. Is this 49ers team remind you of another team from the wild card pass that I always bring up on Raw that I hate? We'll talk about it on Raw. But I hate to say it, but it might be some similarities there. My thing now is, how the heck does the 49ers get rid of Jimmy Garoppolo? What are you going to do now? What are you going to do with Jimmy G? Are you going to just give him away? Are you just going to let him go? Are you going to trade him for something? What are you going to get a second round? Why? NFL, look at teams around the league. Would kill for Jimmy Garoppolo. And he ain't even like that. But he can do what he needs to do in a certain system. And that's your system. That's your system, San Francisco. What are you doing? You get enamored watching Lamar Jackson. You get enamored watching these fast running quarterbacks. You get all, oh my gosh, I want one of those new toys. Give me one of those running black boy toys. Da, da, da. No. You can win with Jimmy G. You can do it. You don't need Colin Kaepernick reborn in Trey Lance. If this guy's going to get you to another Super Bowl, if Jimmy G gets him to another Super Bowl, how do you even look in the mirror and say, yeah, we're going to let him go? He reached 2 Super Bowls out of 3. Really? Really? Then every owner everybody in their establishment should be fired. I'm just saying. And I'm not no Jimmy Garoppolo's super lover or nothing, but certain people sit for certain schemes. That's why people say what they say about Mac Jones. Yeah, you go to many other teams. For the Patriots, you might work out. Tom Brady, the GOAT. Suppose he didn't start in that system with him, with Belichick. Would he still be him? He admitted on his show, physically he wasn't that dude. He had to do other things. Hey, being great is part hustle and determination and part lucky. Just keeping it real. Because everything's not even. The teams you play for ain't even. Teams you go against ain't even. The coaches you have ain't even. Nothing's ever even. So if you're in the right place at the right time, you can shine. If you ain't in the right place at the right time, you behind. I mean, how many number 1 picks have we seen? They're bust. But could they have been bust somewhere else? That's just another question. And Aaron Rodgers, what's he going to do? Who knows? Could he do a Brett Favre? Could he say, get rid of Kirk Cousins, I'll come to Minnesota? Because that division, ain't nobody else winning the division. If Aaron Rodgers leaves, Look, people clowning already. But if Aaron Rodgers leaves, Detroit's not going to do it. The Packers definitely ain't going to do it with Jordan Love. Who's going to do it? Chicago, Justin Fields, he ain't ready. He can get whatever he needs to do. I feel like he's going to try to go somewhere to win now. And you better not go to the AFC because there's too many young lions over there. Too many young lions. You better pick a spot in the NFC and try to win with that. I'll tell you what. And I don't even know what team it would be. Unless you pulled a Kevin Durant. If Aaron Rodgers pulls a Kevin Durant, Jimmy G gets traded somewhere and he goes to the 49ers to try to win. Like Kevin Durant with the Warriors. Are you serious? I'm just saying. Who knows? It's intriguing. We'll bring it up on Raw on Friday night to see what's going on. Next game, Rams versus Bucks. Hell of a game. How many people thought this game was over? I thought it was over. We sitting there like, oh, Tom Brady's old, his lips busted. Oh, so sorry for you, so sorry. And then it came back, it was like, here we go again. Here we go again. But you know what? It was never enough Fournette. Fournette never got enough. Too much. Ty Johnson. Why was Ty Johnson in the game? He's a dude. He's a dude. You're missing Godwin, Antonio Brown, people like that. You need somebody that has a unique skill set. I was hollering it for from the beginning of the game. Scotty Miller. Scotty Miller runs a 4 what? Very low number. And as you saw at the end of the game, he was making, either he made plays or he drew coverages, decoy, or they missed him and he's wide open. Scotty Miller should have got the ball more. He should have been on the field more to at least just be a decoy or whatever. I don't understand why they were forcing so much to Gronk. You were just feeding into the Rams' hands. But lo and behold, what happens? Tom Brady and the aura of Tom Brady. Shit just start bouncing around. You can look at everybody on the sideline for the Rams. He's like panicking like the Falcons did in the Super Bowl. Oh my God, what's going on? It's Tom Brady. Psyching themselves out. Psyching themselves out. It was so crazy. Psyching themselves out. And as a Matthew Stafford fan, I'm looking at him like, don't do it again, Matthew. Don't fall apart. Don't fall apart. And it went crazy. Went crazy. And the biggest thing for me was, I think Tom Brady was the reason that the Rams won. I think Tom Brady scared the hell out of the Rams. That when it was tied up like that, when it got tied up with very little time in the game, I'm thinking to myself, the Rams going to just down this and go to overtime. But they were thinking, I don't want to go to overtime against Tom Brady because we might not get the ball and the game's over. I didn't think they were going to trust Matthew Stafford. But they did. And Stafford got his shiny. If Stafford goes to the Super Bowl and wins, this is going to be one of those shiny moments for him. Them to have confidence in him to hit a bang, bang, and hit Cooper Kupp. Now, what is the last play? What are you doing, defensive coordinator? How is that? And you weren't even the worst defensive coordinator for the weekend. That's how bad the weekend for the defense coordinator were for one of the last plays of the game. What are you doing? How do you even allow that play to happen? I don't get it. I don't get it. But it does seem like when Tom Brady loses, it takes some crazy, spectacular stuff to happen. Sticking that thing to the helmet. Ouch. It's crazy, man. So the Rams. Oh, almost dropped everything. The Rams. I want them to win. I want Stafford to win. I like some Stafford. I think he deserves to be in purgatory with Detroit. So that's what I'm hoping for. But they got to be a killer. You can't be letting the week before, or with the Cardinals. Yeah, you did good against the Cardinals, but the week before that against the 49ers, when you already got this stigma on you that you can't beat them, you had them dead to rights. Finish him. Finish him, Mortal Kombat. Finish him. You can't finish him. You had Tom Brady dead to rights many times. Yeah, Cam Akers fumbled or whatever on his head, whatever. But you had many opportunities. You got to finish teams. And I'll tell you what, a team like the 49ers, if you don't finish the 49ers, look what Green Bay did. You let them hang around. You went down on the first drive and scored. and you let them hang around and hang around. The longer you let people hang around, bad things happen. You got to put your foot on their neck and finish them. It is what it is. And I'm hoping that this game did something to them to finish them. So, on the Raw episode, we're going to have a segment called Big Time Storylines. Big Time Storylines. So, we're going to talk about the storylines on here. Well, I'm going to announce them here, but then we're going to talk about them on Raw. So, the first one, I'm going to let you know once we get back from our sponsors. And we're back. So the big time storylines. There's going to be tons of them. Tons of them. Tannehill, Rodgers, Brady. Who stays, who goes, where they going to go? What's your thoughts on these three quarterbacks? Because now I'm hearing Brady's talking about looking for another team. What? Really? You trying to jump ship to another team? Who would even jump ship to? Who's built ready to win? Cowboy? How crazy would that be? Tannehill. You have to let him go, right? You gotta, right? And Rodgers. It doesn't matter where he wants to go, what he wants to do. I mean, Rodgers has all the cards in his hand to do whatever he wants to do. And then we're going to look at which QB has a chance to win their first ring. Out of 3 out of the 4 have never won. Who has the best chance for that? Big time storylines. Another big time storyline is the AFC young QBs. In the rivalries, you're going to have Mahomes versus Mahomes and Herbert in their division. Then you got Burrow. And don't forget about Lamar. We just forgot about Lamar. Tommy said he was the best player in the league. Which brings me to, on Raw, the way we're going to start the show is a segment called Say What. And it's going to be a recap of the asinine things that people said on the show, including myself. Okay. That's why we were going to start the show on Friday. About the stuff that people said that you might not have heard, because sometimes people talk over each other, but I listen to some crazy stuff going on. But, so you got Lamar and Burrow, and then you got Allen going against, you know what I'm saying, Belichick and what he can do with Mac Jones. I mean, it's a whole lot of storylines with these young guys, and Tua, and you know what I'm saying, all these young quarterbacks are still out there that we don't even know about. We talk about the elite ones already, but there's a whole bunch of young ones too. So the AFC QBs is crazy. That's why I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to go there. And then what's going to be the biggest storyline matchup for the Super Bowl? What two teams do we want to see in their play? What two teams? Because the halftime show is going to be banging. It's going to be explosive. Explosive. Yeah, that's a Dr. Dre reference. Yeah, I'm full of them tonight, baby. Woo! Spoiler alert, it has to be the Rams and Chiefs. Look at the star power. Look at the star power. Now, I want it to be the Bengals and Rams, but look at the star power. Rams and Chiefs. Crazy. So that's gonna be the big time storylines for the Raw show. Be ready to say what? Be ready for that. All right, so let's get into it. Championship Sunday. 49ers at Rams. 49ers have won 6 times in a row. Twice this year. And play. I mean, I'm just saying. 49ers they're in Aaron Rodgers' head. Aaron Rodgers can't beat them. The Rams can't beat them. I mean, is it just something psychological? I know that when you play teams, you have to learn things about them. That's what makes rivalries. But gee, you can't win one of them. We'll see. I hope the Rams can do it. But then we got the Bucks last year, with the first team to ever host the Super Bowl. The Rams about to host the NFC Championship game. That's going to be the same place as the Super Bowl. This could be another first. They could host the NFC Championship game that the Super Bowl is going to be played in and be a team in the Super Bowl in your stadium for the second time in a row. How crazy is that? How crazy is that going on? I don't know. I think the 49ers are going to be what they are. My biggest thing about it is I think the Rams playing the Bucks and the way the game went, I think it was good that they didn't blow them out. Just for the psyche of it. Tom Brady scared the hell out of them. And what they do, they answered the call. I think they looked at it, they looked at goatness in the face and said, I don't care how great you are, we're still going to win. They're going to have to do the same thing with the 49ers. Because the 49ers have looked at them 9 times in a row and said, you can't beat me. So I think last week's game, and especially the way it went down, will be enough to get the Rams over the hump. I think it's going to be enough to get them over the hump that way. Instead of blowing them out, it could have been a detriment. But I think that way the game went helps the Rams. So let's go, Matthew Stafford. The next game, Bills and Chiefs. Bills and Chiefs. Yeah, because I'm saving the Chiefs and Bengals and Chiefs. I'm saving the Bills and Chiefs for last because I still want to talk about that game. That's going to take up most of my time. It's the first time a team in the AFC is going to host 4 straight AFC Championship games. Great job. Patrick Mahomes' legacy is on the line with all kinds of things. 3 straight Super Bowls. All this stuff we know. But let's say he don't win. Let's say Patrick Mahomes don't win. And we already talked about all these young guns. We talked about them all out here. Could his career wind up being like a Russell Wilson type? And what I mean by that, I know. Look, my phone's going off as soon as I said that. It's the same thing that y'all did with Zion and my boy. And I said Zion's gonna be like Greg Oden. And what's happening right now? So don't laugh. All I'm saying is Russell Wilson came in, you know what I'm saying, Legion of Boom, won the Super Bowl, went to the next one, they blew it. And then, where's he been at since? Around. He been around. If Patrick Mahomes loses to Burrow, can he get back year after year after year? I know Tommy thinks he's best thing since sliced bread, and we're gonna get into that because he had a whole bunch of Josh Allen hate, and I'm gonna call him out on and say what. But I don't know. Maybe it's just me trying to throw something out there to make Mahomes not be like spectacular like he is, because he is. But suppose you don't win. Suppose you don't win. Just to say. But look at the other side, Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow came in crazy. He got hurt last year. People forget about that. And then you come back right now and look what you're doing. Look what you're doing. We busy talking about Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. Who's the best? Who's going to be the best? Who's going to be the best? He's like, yo, what about me? It reminds me kind of like Kawhi Leonard. Everybody's talking about Durant versus LeBron in the finals. Who's the best? La da da. And then all of a sudden, Kawhi came in, started winning a little championship here, and then going to Toronto, winning the championship. Then it was like, oh, now Kawhi's he had to do some things to get in the conversation. Now he done fell off. Now he's still load managing, you know what I mean? Whatever. But it's kind of like a Burrow, like, yo, if Burrow can win this game, does he say, I'm the guy? I'm the guy without Tyreek Hill and all these weapons? Now he does have Jamar Chase and stuff, yeah. So is he the guy? I don't know. That's why I can't wait to watch it. Can't wait to watch. Can't wait, like Bart Scott. Can't wait. So I can't wait to talk about it on Raw. You know, everybody's have different opinions about all this stuff, and I love it. That's why check us out Raw Friday night. You know, it's gonna be on there. Probably you might have to wait till Saturday morning to watch it, but watch it because we're gonna be crazy to say what segment is gonna be off the chain. Because people don't realize the things that we say. When we're all in our element, we say some crazy things. And I can't wait to tell you what they were saying. My Rostradamus pick of the week, you better pick the over on the Bengals and Chiefs. Pick the over, because this is going to be showtime. Fireworks. Check us out Friday Night Raw to check out our big-time storylines. I can't wait to jump in it. Remember our Facebook page, like and subscribe. Rellism Sports Talk merch, represent for us. And check us out, yo. If you ever want to get on the show, holler at me. I've got many platforms. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't do much. I'm just waiting for y'all, baby. Waiting for y'all to spit some knowledge to us. Check us out. Okay, finally we're going to get to it. I'm still kind of beat up about it. Chiefs and Bills. What happened? Besides, maybe the best game I've ever seen in my life. Maybe. That's why I had to save it for last. The rivalry between these guys is going to be crazy. I just hate the fact that the legacy game is going to be in favor of Mahomes. And if you just looked at Josh Allen on that last play, when he scored, well, in the 13 seconds, when he scored, the emotion on his face was just like something that just, I don't know, it gave me chills. And then after the game was over, when he realized they blew it, he's sitting there, wouldn't get up. His eyes just like, he's like traumatized. It drives me crazy. 13 seconds left? Why are you blitzing anybody anyway? It should have been nobody rushing Patrick Mahomes. The longer you don't blitz him, the longer he's holding the ball. And why are you kicking it out of the end zone? What are you doing? What are you doing? The defensive coverage is, what are you doing? It's unbelievable. And I know that I've been an activist for black head coaches and all this going on and da-da-da-da. Leslie Frazier, you don't deserve no head coaching job. I'm sorry, dude. I am so sorry. For you to come up with plays like that, for that play, you don't deserve nothing. I wouldn't give him a head coaching job anywhere. Nowhere at all. I wouldn't give Kellen Moore one either. He has 0 playoff wins. And why is he a hot name? I don't know. He has nothing, and they keep losing. I just don't get it. And as far as the other black head coach, Eric Bieniemy, I've been adamant. Like, why is he not getting no love? Why is he getting no love? You know what? Eric Bieniemy, is it worth going to get a head coaching job now? You've had to wait 3 years to try to get one. Ain't nobody trying to give you one. Is it worth going there so you can fail 1 year, go to the Texans and fail, and then they fire you like they did the other coach 1 year? Or is it best to do like Josh McDaniels? Why am I going to leave a good thing? I went in rangs with Tom Brady. You out here winning with arguably the best quarterback in the league right now, Patrick Mahomes. Why leave? Why leave? Why leave? You're winning with Patrick Mahomes. You have Patrick Mahomes, a stable organization, a head coach that lets you do what you need to do. And how long is Andy Reid going to be there? And when he's gone, what's he going to say? You take over, my sir. Because Patrick Mahomes is going to be here about 15 more years. And, I mean, the way technology is, and it might be more than that. I know money's involved and whatever. But if I'm the Chiefs, I say, hey, you stay with us. We'll pay you a little extra like Bill Belichick and the Patriots do for Josh McDaniels and keep him to be your coach in waiting. And for him, I got Patrick Mahomes. Why do I need to go somewhere else so somebody can just fire me after 1 year with a bum team? That's just food for thought. We can discuss that on Raw too. And I will admit this, man. You know, I was a Washington fan, whatever. I hated Andy Reid when he was with the Eagles, but how prepared were they? Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy. They didn't look like they skipped a beat when the 13 seconds came out and they kicked it in. The plan was already there. Like, we already know what we're going to do. Y'all messed up. Here we go. Boo, boo, boo. It was unbelievable to watch how organized they were to get 3 plays off in 13 seconds. It just shows you how unorganized the Cowboys were to have 14 seconds to get 1 snap off and blow the game. It's just crazy how that mattered so much. So I got to give Andy Reid some credit. He moving up the ladder for playoff wins. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. The biggest question we're going to put on there, though, because I can go a lot of ways with this, and I want to hear what other people say on Raw on Friday night, is did the Chiefs win it or did the Bills blow it? That's going to be the final thing we're going to talk about Rellism Raw on Friday night. But right now, Rellism Sports Talk episode 65 concludes. Thank y'all. Facebook page, merchandise, YouTube, podcast. We're everywhere. Help us be everywhere. Support us, guys. Support local talent. Let's do it. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.